My name is François Gick. I was born in Beirut, Lebanon. I did all my studies especially my higher studies at Saint Joseph in Beirut. And after my graduation and getting my licentiate, I had made a retreat in Lebanon under an American Jesuit. And after that retreat, I had a vocation to the society. But at the time, there was no novitiate in Lebanon, so I had to wait a little bit. And then at the time, also in Beirut, I met Father Johnny Williams, who was a missionary in Baghdad. After he was driven out of Baghdad by Saddam Hussein, he came to Lebanon, and he was librarian at the Saint Joseph University, and that's where I met him. And I started to ask him about the society, to get some information about the Society of Jesus, and he thought it was probably more to get to know me better. So he said, "Will you be interested in library work?" I said, "Sure." And he said, "Well, for that you need to get a degree in library science," and there was no school at the time in Lebanon for that. So lo and behold, he got me on a scholarship with the Ford Foundation to come to Pittsburgh and get a master's degree in library science. And that was before I entered the society in Boston, in the novitiate in Boston, at St. Andrew Bobola. And that was the New England province. After I did my novitiate in Boston, I was sent, of course, to do my theology studies at the Jesuit School of Theology in Berkeley, California. And after my getting also my master's degree in theology, I was assigned to Boston College High School. In view of the fact that I had a degree in library science, I was assigned to the library at the high school. And so I had a wonderful 10 years there. I started in '82 and till about '93. I had a wonderful time. I was able to even automate the library. It was a good, decent collection for a high school library. It was 20,000 volumes. At the time, in the '70s, for a high school, 20,000 volumes. It's a good, sizable library. So I was able to put that in a computer. And in April '93, I met Father Jim Kilmartin, who was teaching here at the Pontifical Oriental Institute. I met him at the time at Boston College. And he said to me, "Francois, they need a librarian at the Pontifical Oriental Institute in Rome. Would you be interested?" "Sure, I am. I'll be interested." He said, "Right away, write a letter to the rector of the Pontifical Oriental Institute." At the time was Clarence Gallagher, and also a letter to the secretary, the general secretary in Rome. And so I wrote the letter, and 2 weeks later, I got 2 responses from welcoming me with open hands to come. It was in April, though the school year was not finished at BC High, so I had to ask the permission from the president of the high school and also from the provincial, our provincial, to release me from my mission at Boston College High School so I could come to Rome. So it was like a dream come true. Here I am a high school librarian, and then I'm given that opportunity to become the librarian of a highly specialized, of a high learning institute. That was really tremendous. But I had the second thoughts. I have to leave the United States and to come to Rome. What's going to happen? Is this going to be difficult? It's going to be, as I read a little time before the autobiography of St. Ignatius, and I remember what was said in that autobiography to St. Ignatius. God was telling him, "I'll be also with you in Rome." So that thought really accompanied me. It was so consoling to be here. I didn't have any hesitation whatsoever. So I came to Rome, and lo and behold, things were a lot easier for me. I know the language. My mother was Italian, so I just adjusted right away.